Therapy, mate. Let's be having you. Big up to the early bird man. Like Google this. Leaving my like comment now, cause I don't know if I'll be able to watch the stream live. Big up to you, King. We're shit on the other table for a good look is like us. They have negative goal difference. Fulham battered them 5, and they won versus Wolves at home. Yeah, West Ham. Yeah. In general, they're decent at home. Worse away. Sadly for us, we'll play them away, so they have the advantage. We'll score, but they'll score more. Probably 2-1 for them, or a drab 1-1. Listen, people, can you please smash a like for Google this? Look at this here. He gave me his match review already. Look at this. Look at this. He gives me goes, West Ham are shit. And where they are on the table for a good reason. Like us, they have negative goal difference. Yes, they've been smashed. 1 or 2 people. They've been smashed. But smash a like, people. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up to everybody. Let's let the people in. Let's get a couple of you in here. I hope you're all well. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, the channel is unsubscribing people. We are shadow banned as we speak right now. So it is what it is, people. It is what it is, because we say it with our chest and we say it fully. Free Palestine. Free Palestine always, people. But big up to everybody. Love and like. Yeah. Reina says, big up Nuruddin. The manager will pick Scott McTominay and bench Menu, and they will lose due to the midfield imbalance. I can see this coming a mile away. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna die on that hill, isn't he? He's gonna die on that hill. He's definitely gonna die on that hill. He's definitely gonna die on that hill, Eric Ten Hag. If you're free, jump on. Just sending a message to our Tom. We are live. We are live now. Big up, people. Big up. But yeah, man, listen, I see that. Free Palestine, it says there. Renea, yeah, big up to you. Free Palestine, says Frederick. How times have changed, Jordan. We just can't predict Man United win nowadays. I feel like crying. Oh, big up, brother. Listen, don't cry, bro. Stop. Your tears are not worth this absolute club, bro. Your tears are not worth. Your emotions not. But big up to you, though. Should be, says. Big up to you. Big up to Pheromona. Big up Pheromona. John Murto is from Liverpool, so no surprise about his sabotaging. He's a Liverpoolian. Big up JKL. Could us, well, dunk on us. Anthony will be hooked off at 65 minutes. Thank you, Eric. It's hey. First of all, should we say that first of all? Season's greetings. Season's greetings from you all. Season's greetings. I'm wrapped up, man. It's cold out there. It's not for the faint-hearted people. It's not for the faint-hearted out here. It's winter. But season's greetings to all. Merry Christmas to all those celebrating Christmas. Happy holidays to those people who just like to just enjoy the holidays, who are not Christmassy. But big up to everybody. Free United. Red TV says Free United. Listen, big up, Northern. I hope you're well. Listen, big up to you, Red Devil TV, man. Lots of love and lots of light to everybody. Big up, man. Big up, Amansa. There we go, people. Did you read the report, Athletic? That's we're valued at 25 million. Anthony was valued at 25 million. Only Commodores were overpaid by 60 million. No, 100%. Listen, we said it at a time. We said it at a time, answer. We said it at a time. We said Manchester United could have got Anthony for 45 or 50, whatever. At the most, 40, 50. They would have, 50 at the most, they would have paid for it. But they waited till the end in it because everybody got paid. What do you think the striker is being linked to from Stuttgart? I've not watched him. I can come out here and say, oh, I've watched him. He's spectacular. He's this and that. I know that he's 27 years old. I've read a report. I've not watched him. I've seen a couple of his goals, but I've not watched him or scouted him particularly. I know that he's 27, nearly 28, so he's coming to his peak in terms of being a striker. But I'm telling you now, Mr. Answer, or Craig, I can tell you now, Craig Vertigo from UK, big up. I can tell you right about now, you can bring 10 different strikers, take them up front, and they would still struggle to score because we don't play like a team that's scoring goals. We don't play all of it survival football. We play Scott McTominay style football. That's what we play. Let me just take this off, people. Let me just loosen this. Let me loosen this a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're on fire. We're back. We're back, people. So Manchester United can get all the best strikers in the world and they would all struggle. It's a graveyard shift. As you all know, it's a graveyard shift, though. That is what it is, people. So we're not here thinking Manchester United can and will be able to bring players who can score goals. Unless you're the type of striker that's going to cross it in for himself and then run into the box and finish it. Unless you're one of those. Can we get a Martian? Maybe a Martian. A striker from Jupiter. Maybe from Neptune. From the galaxy. Further out from the galaxy. If you had one of those strikers and they're quick enough and they can break the barrier speed of light, they're quick as the speed of light, where they can literally cross the ball to themselves and then run and finish head or, you know what I mean? Unless you got one of those strikers, it don't matter who we bring in. We've got structural problems. And Erik ten Hag, I saw his presser today, absolute the waffles. He basically said, when we get our team players back, you're not going to have your players back. This season, we saw it, it's been over now, over 200 odd injuries in the first 17, 18 games of the Premier League. We're talking maybe over 220 injuries to all of the teams in the Premier League. Soon as a batch of players come back from injury, other batch get injured. But Erik ten Hag thinks there's this magic moment where Manchester United are going to have all these players back from injury and there's no more injuries and he's going to be able to burn players out, play them to death like he did last season. I got news for you, Eric. You ain't going to do that. They'll come back. The rest will get injured. And then you'll have the same excuses again and again and again. Because you refuse. And then he came out and said he gave the players a couple of days. I'm like, oh my God. Why are you not drilling the team to keep the ball in midfield? Why are you not doing a drilled, keeping Manu and Amrabat in the team as much as we can, playing with two pivots? And if you want to bring your Bruno back, bring him back, but benching Scott McTominay only if you need him for the last 15 minutes. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not working on that? Why are you giving people a time off? This reminds me of Ollie, when Ollie and the players were giving time off. And Ollie went to Norway to go and do shipping. This is what it reminds me, people. Honestly, you couldn't make this shit up. It's unbelievable. All jokes aside, pray for Palestine, Ukraine, peace around the world. Listen, 100%. 100%. Palestine, Ukraine, Sudan, Congo, Tigray region in Ethiopia, Yemen. Everything that's going on around the world, man. We're with everybody. The club spent 2 years looking for a director of football among the best in Europe to offer a job to Murto after he was job in Miami. Oh, Mr. Answer. Listen, we got a jam-packed show for you tonight. We're only in 10 minutes and it's fireworks already, Mr. Big up everybody. Mina did you nice break, man. Big up. Mina did a nice breakdown of the article on her channel. Yeah, big up Mina. Lots of love to Mina, man. Listen, for one, I'm not going to lie to you. I never needed an article to know what I already know. Murto was not a guy that was a director of football. The guy that's been running the show has been Joe Glazer. Joe Glazer, Richard Arnold and Murto are just stooges. They're just just stooges. That's what they are. They're just there as a buffer. A buffer of people that their names will be trending. Murto's name will be trending on Twitter. Richard Arnold's name will be trending on Twitter. That's what they were there for. That was their use. Murto's been there since David Moyes. The Glazers kept him for a reason. They kept him because he does what he's told. Manchester United joke show, clown show, unfortunately, had been for years. Oh, come on now. So I did not need an article from The Athletic to tell you, because I've been telling it to you already. These guys, these roles are not the paper they're written on. I kept saying that to you. All of it is a hoax. And all the Murto madness, and everybody was telling me about Murto, this Murto, that, this new structure. Shut your mouth. Everybody told me I was needing to shut my mouth and I needed to give the structure a chance. If you know about the spaces on Twitter, I've been talking about it. I was talking about it on the spaces on Twitter. Come on now, people. Let's go. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, people. We got a jam-packed show for you tonight. Obviously, we already got into the Murto business. Yeah, we already got the Murto business. Yeah, and we got a jam-packed show for you tonight. An absolutely jam-packed show for you tonight, people. This is what we're doing. So smash the like, the least you could do. Smash that bloody like on that video. So we said I'm going to give my, 20, we're going to give the verdict. So we're going to do the preview first. Then we got the topics, the 25% vanity project. Eric Ten Hag playing Bruno and McTominay will be his downfall. The Glazers get their Super League. Sancho contract was ripped. When there were reports a couple of days ago telling us that Sancho's contract's gonna be ripped apart. Oh my God, the Sky people absolutely got you all in a twist, people. They literally played you like a violin, like they're going to, like they were ever going to rip off Sancho's contract. It's hilarious, absolutely joke. I mean, and then all these people start doing reaction videos. That's why you will never get me. You will never get me. Big up Jarvis. Jarvis, let me know if you're free. I know it's a bit early. And I know it's Christmas out there in northern Norway. Merry Christmas to you. Let me know if you're free. I'll send you the link to jump on. If you're not free, no problem. But big up to everybody. It's unusual time, but you know what I mean. We're doing it. We're doing a preview. I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday. We were doing the stuff. Yeah, we were doing stuff the night before actually, and last night. So yeah, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Big up to everybody. Love and light. Manchester United cafe where players eat has been given first-star food rating by Trading Standards reportedly today. Brilliant. Listen, it is what it is. Our next manager will be Fletcher, as the club has no more money to sign managers. There we go. Of course, he was always the yes man. Where's that goal? That guy you always argue with. Danny, listen, to be fair, me and Danny agreed. Yeah. Devil in the detail. Go and check out Agenda. I think the channel is called something Agenda. No Agenda. That's it, No Agenda. Go and check it out. Danny's Devil in the Details channel. They do a fantastic podcast on Mondays. So go and check that out. No, he understands what I meant, and I understand what he means. We agree. To me, it's just that in a technicality. I'm like, why keep these roles, pretend roles, where you're not got the power? And he is like, well, a director of football is only good at a job as the much power as that they have and how much you empower them. So yeah, but it is. We joked around. And we said that John Murto, that he's part of the Murto. He's the chief right part of the metrosexuals. But listen, he understands. To be fair, if you listen to Danny, he understands. He understands. I've said it, Jarvis. I've said it. Big up. He understands that, you know, that the club was a shit show, and it is what it is. It certainly is what it is. That the fact that Murto could never do the job, or anybody else in that matter, under the Glazonomics model. They wouldn't be able to do that job. So it is what it is. To me, I'm like, Bernard, hold down. He was like, let's see what he can do. And to be fair, he did say if he's not doing a good job, then we get rid and get somebody else. So he's not like he's attached to Murto. He just likes to defend the indefensible. That's what Danny is. Danny likes to pick an argument where he defends people that the fan base are getting at. That's all that is. Arnold Murto bunch of yes, of course, from day dot. Big up to Windy. Rip up Sancho's contract. Yes, they can rip it up. They will have to pay him money for him to leave. Did folks not understand that guaranteed contract works? No, Windy. No, Windy. They don't understand. That bit there, they just, Melissa Reddy or whatever, and on Sky wrote the article. I have to laugh at it. People started doing reactions to it. My phone honestly was popping off. My phone was popping off. I have to laugh. My phone was popping off. Sancho contract terminated. I just had to laugh a couple of times. I had to laugh. I've sent it to you. Jarvis, I've sent a link to you. I've sent a link to you if you're there, if you're listening. But yeah, it is what it is. Big up Lincoln. He says, good evening, Nuruddin and Therapy. I mean, big up, man. Big up to everybody. Love and light, people. United have a one-star rate hygiene, dodgy chicken shops. Well, listen, it's the reports. Apparently might be alleged. You never know the truth, really, unless somebody comes out. I speak for myself. I'm not in favor of sacking the manager. I've explained my reasoning many times. I'll stand by it. There you go. Listen, sacking the manager, what's that going to do? And to be fair, even if we got rid of Murto, you think one person is to blame for this or all of this? Do you think one person is to blame? And do you think one person can fix it all? If you believe that, then I feel sorry for you. Then genuinely, you've not been paying attention. And you've not listened to the views of this channel. If you think it's one person, I just can't imagine. Honestly, I just can't do it, people. I just can't do it. Let me see actually Bombay is about. Let's have a look. Bombay is about, man. Let's have a look with Mick Ruby's. Bombay is about. Bombay. Let's have a look at Bombay is about. Jump on if you're free, bro. He's probably playing football. Big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody. Sorry, I had to send a link. Smash a like, people. Smash a like. Sancho has been blowing his own feet by refusing to train with the team and refusing to train with the youth team and deciding to stay at home. When he did that, he breached his contract. Oh, is that what it is? Have you got that for sure? He did that. Then people could, yeah, that if you refuse to come to training, then yeah, then the club has grounds to rip up the contract. You have that. But they will still have to pay him. They rip it up if he's refused to train, and even though he breached his contract, they will still have to pay him. Because that's how it works. It'll go to a tribunal. he'll make his allegations of what they've done to him, and he'll do that. Big up Mbaye. No football tonight. Mbaye's dodgy mic, people. Let him sort it out. TalkSport saying that Manchester United to build a team around Scott McTominay media are pushing that bull crap.
Hey, that's some good news. Merry Christmas.
Mbaye is pulling. He's having a pint to that as we speak. He's having a pint. He's celebrating like the cherry on top of that tree. Scott McTominay to build the team around. Yeah, listen, I'm actually all for that. So we can start fighting relegation and then we go down. So yeah, go on, Scott. Build a team around Scott. Let's go down to the league championship with Scott. He's a championship player after all. He is. He is. Saeed is Ten Hag out, yeah. Listen, whether you're Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out, Ten Hag's going to get himself the sack because of things like this, but it is what it is, people. Big up Yemeni, man. Yemeni, man, UFC, man. Big up the Yemeni people, man. Big up Yemen, man. Big up Yemen. And big up the Algeria. If you know, you know, innit? Only people who are getting involved in this, who are trying to help stop the massacre and the genocide of what's happening in Palestine. So big up to the Yemeni people. Big up to the Algerians as well. Big up therapy. Long live Palestine, man. Long live Palestine, man. Long live Palestine. Sancho needs to come into Carrington every day like he's signing for Universal Credit. Yeah, 100%. He has to. He has to. Jim's announcement was today. Now it's tomorrow. Ray J, we got Ray J, man. Ray J. Then it's next week. Then it's next month. Listen, we're gonna come on to that 25% vanity. We'll come on to that. We'll come to the 25 vanity. Mumbai, how you doing? No football tonight? Is it a bit cancelled for since Christmas?
Yeah, well, we usually play at a high school, and they've broke off for Crimbo, so no game tonight, unfortunately. So, well, you know, we get to jump on here with the therapy army. It's all good. Alhamdulillah, happy with that. But everything's good, man. I can't complain.
Yeah.
How about you? How's things with you, man? All good?
All good. All good and gravy, my friend. All good. All good and gravy. I just watched. I've just come from a film. I've just watched Godzilla in the cinema. The new Japanese Godzilla, Japanese film, brilliant. Wow. Saeed is Super League in. That is sad. If that's true, then that is sad. Because Super League, I'm not about no Super League, me, mate. I'm not about no Super League. People have to entitled to their opinions, but Super League, mate, miss me out with that BS. American corporate takeover of European football. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, Godzilla, yeah, the new Japanese film. Amazing. Brilliant film. Really good film, yeah. People need to go and check it out. Mumbai, I would love to know what you think of that new Godzilla film. Good. Decent film. But anyway.
Oh, nice. Peace and quiet, guys. Let's do the show. Okay, here we go. I can say what I want now. Scott McTominay. Here's the midfield for the West Ham game. Scott, Mac, and Tominay. It's a lock, people. It's a lock. Oh, Dino, you're back. I was just taking over the show, man. Me and McTominay were doing our thing. Damn it. All down here.
You can still
all
go
downhill from here, people. Think you're muted, bro.
Go on, take over. I'll mute myself. Go on, take over. Do your best. Do your best. Knock yourself.
No, go on.
Listen, let's get through it. Because we've got loads of things to talk about. Club World Cup, City go 2-0 up against Fluminense in the final. City are the Club World Cup champions. 45 minutes gone. So City are champions. Breaking news. City are World Club champions. Let's look at it tomorrow, people. United kick off first, 12:30. Let's be having you. There we go. Let's get into it. It says here. It says here, West Ham United expected to rotate their squad after making 6 changes for the Carabao Cup loss at Liverpool. Maxwell Cornet, Negev Agard could be available following illness. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes returns after a suspicion, although Diego Dalot serves a match ban. So Diego Dalot is out, people. Christian Eriksen has returned to training, but Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Mason Mount will be out to mid-January. So that's the news, people. Bruno returns. Diego Dalot obviously had the 2 yellows suspended. Christian Eriksen has returned to training, but Lisandro Martinez and Mason Mount will be out till mid-January. There we go. Match fact. West Ham's 1-0 win during the most recent meeting with Manchester United in May is one of only 8 victories in 54 attempts in the Premier League fixture. The Hammers can win consecutive Premier League games versus United for the second time after a run of 3 from 2006 to 2007. Each of the last 5 Premier League encounters has been decided by a single goal margin. 1 win for West Ham, 4 wins for Manchester United. West Ham are 2 short of 100 top-flight home goals against Manchester United. West Ham United have taken 13 points from possible 6 Premier League matches, winning 4, drawing 1, and only 1 fewer than the opening 11 games this season. So let me say that again. West Ham have taken 13 points from their last 6 Premier League matches, right? Winning 4, drawing 1, and I think they lost another one. So yeah, a win in this match will take them to 30 points after 18 games for the first time since 2014-15, which was 31. The Hammers have finished that season 12th place with 47 points. West Ham have gone shy of suffering their 500 league home defeat since joining the Football League in 1919, including playoffs. Since David Moyes returned to West Ham in the 2019-2020 campaign, the Hammers have won just 3 of their 31 Premier League games against sides who finished at the top 4 previous seasons, failing to keep a clean sheet in every one. Saïd Branana could become the first West Ham player to score home goals against Manchester United in 3 consecutive seasons since Pop Robinson in 1972-73. Mohamed Kudus has scored 6 goals in the last 11 appearances for West Ham, all competition, after netting 2 goals in his first 11. What's going on there with that Mike Bumbaye? Bumbaye's growling like Godzilla.
It's called the Jabra pneumatic drill mic, this.
Big up Travis. Ho, 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 ho. It's Santa himself. It's Santa himself.
Yeah.
Big up
Santa.
Jarvis.
Santa's
Big
in
up
the
Jarvis.
house.
Yeah. Santa's
Yeah, how
in
are
the
you
house.
doing, guys?
So let me just
Good to see
continue
you.
this. So we're doing all right. We're doing good. We're just going through the bit of the preview notes. So Mohamed Kudus scored 6 goals in his last 11 appearances for West Ham in all competition after netting 2 goals in his first 11. David Moyes is level alongside Harry Redknapp, both 228 as manager, to lose the most Premier League matches. Manchester United have lost 12 of their last 25 matches in all competition. As many defeats as recorded in all 62 competitive games last season. United's tally of 19 defeats in all competition in 2003 is their most single calendar since losing 20 in 1989. Fergie was manager then. The Red Devils have failed to win 12 away games against teams who finished in the top 9 last season under Erik ten Hag, losing 1-0. Wow. Sorry, no, I'll repeat that. The Red Devils have failed to win 12 away games against teams who finished in the top 9 last season under Erik ten Hag, losing 10. The aggregate score of these matches is 34-9 to the opposition. So we've conceded 34 goals away from home. Rasmus Højlund has failed to score in all 15 domestic appearances for United. Anthony has failed to score or provide assists in all 18 appearances this season, a total of 101 minutes playing time. Bruno Fernandes has created a league high of 126 chances in 2003. However, Fernandes has faced West Ham 10 times without even scoring, his longest such a sequence as a United player against any side. So there you go, people. There you go. There you go. You have your notes, people. You have your notes. So tomorrow, I expect people smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you don't already subscribe. Shadow banned or not, unsubscribed or not, we keep going. Because that's the only thing we can do, people. And we say free Palestine. Stop all the war. Stop the genocides. Stop all the persecution of human beings. That's what we say. So big up to Jarvis with his ho, ho, ho. Jarvis, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, it's Christmas soon, so now it's the stressful time for us with the kids and family and everything. So, yeah, and I'm working all Christmas too, all the week. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'm good. How are you, Nerdin?
Well. I've just watched. I've just come from a film. I've just watched the Japanese new Godzilla film from Japan, which is really good. Really like
Godzilla. Wow.
Yeah, Godzilla. Really good. Really,
like the
really
old
good.
ones or a new?
It's a new one. It's a new film, but it's based around 1940s after the Second World War. And it's really good. So go and check it out. Bumbaye! Yeah. The microphone is doing what the microphone is doing. That super mic. He's got good Godzilla-like noises in the background. We should call him Bumbaye should be called Godzilla from now on. Therapy Army. I think that's it. Godzilla. He's got that. So I've read out the report. I've read out the notes.
Yeah.
The notes say that basically we're gonna get smashed tomorrow, people. And the big thing is that United have failed to win 12 away games against teams who finished at the top 9 last season, losing 10. The aggregate score of these matches 34-9. We basically concede goals and we can't score them, people. The thing that I would say about tomorrow tactically, West Ham actually, like, even at home, they like to give you the ball. They're not asked about possession even at home. What they would like to do is set you traps. And through Paqueta and Bowen and Benrahma and these guys, and Kudus now, they've got guys who can finish. Bowen and Kudus can finish. They dismantled Wolves, even though Wolves had loads of chances to score. If you miss chances against West Ham at home at their ground, they will punish you. They will punish you. They set traps. They win the ball back. They're very good at the counter press. You know, they're good at their transition, and they always have a shot. They beat Chelsea like that at the beginning of the season, if you remember. Chelsea dominated that game, made so many chances but couldn't finish, and that's what they're good at. So I expect nothing about that. I expect them to give us the ball, and I expect them to not just give us the ball, but I expect them to set traps, especially if they go 1-0 up. If they go 1-0 up, they'll even go low block and hit you on the counter. So very dangerous to concede against West Ham tomorrow. But I don't trust this team, and I don't trust this manager, and I don't trust these players, and I don't trust this football club. So we'll probably concede. So big up to everybody. Love and light. Smash a like on that video. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already subscribe. It is what it is, people. We're, I think, 120 away, 130 away from 9,000. So yeah, smash a like, regardless of what the YouTube is trying to do, what he's doing against us when we shout We've got Liverpool. We've got Liverpool tomorrow. Oh yeah, is that Arsenal? Yeah, big up, Mina. We got Liverpool tomorrow. Yes, King. Liverpool hopefully will come. That'll be a tough game for you lot tomorrow. What time is that game? Is that the evening game tomorrow? Is that a night game?
I think it's 5:00 or 5:30.
Yeah, it's the night game. Yeah. It's the night game, isn't it? It's the night game tomorrow,
Yeah. So what do you expect tomorrow, Nordin? Do you expect us to win or put a performance on or nothing?
No, I don't expect. I expect us to huff and puff. But he gave them. I listened to Eric Ten Hag's press conference, he gave the players a couple of days off.
Okay.
And so I don't see any plan being worked on in terms of big up, Ilya. Any plan in terms of working with a double pivot. Scott McTominay is going to be the guy. Apparently, TalkSport saying that the team should be built around Scott McTominay. And it's all fun and jokes. Yeah, that's away from home. They've been smashed away from home. Yeah, at home they don't get smashed that much away. At home, they're very good at home, but they play like an away team at home because they know their strengths. They're better than us on the transition. They're better than us the way they score goals. So they've got guys who can finish and guys who are on form. And I expect Manchester United to get beaten comfortably tomorrow because he will go with a single pivot. He will play Scott McTominay and Bruno, and that will be his downfall. But go ahead, Jarvis. I expect them, when they attack with the fullbacks. They get balls in the crosses. They're very dangerous from set pieces. They, like I said, they play very good transition. He actually plays quite deep, Paqueta, at times. But he picks up, as soon as they win it, he picks up. He's got the technical ability. He's got the awareness. He's got that left foot that can hit, whether Bowen or Kudus, hit the players. You know what I mean? And they attack at pace. They've got pace, power, and directness. That's how they attack. But I expect them to set the traps for us and then to go for us, to go for the throat of Manchester United. That's what I expect. But in terms of injury news, just to let you know, Martinez, Casemiro, not fit till Jan, and Mason Mount not coming back till January. Also in the same part is Lindelof.
Diogo's out as well.
Yeah. No, he's out for one game. Yeah. Lindelof is out till mid-January as well, most likely, because he's had an operation, or even beyond January. And Eriksen apparently training, but this game might come too soon for him. But I don't know how he's going to fit that in. I don't know how he's going to fit Eriksen in when he's already got McTominay. But it is what it is. And it's so sad, you think. Play, especially at home, play Eriksen up the pitch then. But he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to, but he'd rather play Scott McTominay. So unless we get fluky, Mbaye and Jarvis, where the ball comes in the box, deflects off 10 people, and Scott McTominay puts a leg on it or head on it, I don't expect Manchester United to score.
No.
What do you think, Jarvis? Go ahead, and then I'll come to Mbaye.
Yeah, West Ham is always a hard team to beat. I think we always have struggled going away against West Ham, going to London. We seldom get a result, and if we win with one goal, or they will win with one goal. So usually it's a tight game, and we know David Moyes is a defensive coach. He will try to hit us on the counter transition. And but he has good attackers. He has good force when it comes going forward with Bowen and Kudus and Paqueta, as you mentioned. Especially the set pieces from Ward-Prowse is something to look out for. I think we will have most of the ball. I don't think they will try to keep possession. They have good fullbacks who will overlap and try to cross in Koufal and who's the other guy? Maybe he's injured. I'm not sure what formation they will go for, but Emerson, yeah. So we got to look out for this team. When it comes to us, I believe we will go for basically almost the same team as against Liverpool. The only thing is Amrabat for McTominay. I believe Ten Hag will play McTominay. If it was up to me, I would play Amrabat because he's more of a defensive midfielder. So I would feel more secure, especially with going away. But we know Ten Hag. I don't think he will change his style. McTominay will play tomorrow. It worries me. I believe that Ten Hag will, as you mentioned, he will die on that hill playing McTominay. Maybe Rashford will have a go tomorrow. I'm not sure about Garnacho. What do you think of his performance against Liverpool? Is he up for another start, or?
He looks a bit tired to me. He looks a bit fatigued. Him and Rasmus look really fatigued to me. Both of them look tired, and they're only young. Yeah,
I have the same feeling. But Højlund will play tomorrow anyway because I think Martial still is out with an illness. Who knows what kind of illness he have, but he won't be playing, as I believe. Center backs will be as usual with Varane and Evans. I think they had a fantastic game against Liverpool. I don't think we will be especially high on the pitch, so I think we will be good with those two guys. Bowen, he has pace, but it's not like ultra fast when he moves. So I think they will be okay. Dalot is out injured. It means Wan-Bissaka is back in the starting 11. Luke Shaw will definitely play left back. Mainu will have his second game, I believe. Mainu, he was fantastic against Liverpool. We know he's a good player. My only worry is now the teams are starting to notice him, and they will even mark him even tighter. So I fear that he might get injured if we keep playing him game after game. So as we spoke about earlier, when it comes to Mainu, I would like him to play one game, sit one on the bench, come in as a sub, and then like learn on while playing, and not playing full 90 minutes every week. I think that's too much for an 18-year-old kid. I know he's good enough. I know we got the physicality. He can handle the game time. It's not that it worries me. It's about his development of the game, how to defend his ankles, his legs, how to defend his knees, how to see the defender coming and raise up his arm, shield the ball, do the stuff that you need to do when people are starting to man mark you, because people will look at Mainu and think, okay, he's the only threat in midfield, so we gotta take him out. So imagine if Thomas Soucek, the Czech guy or whatever, he's from Eastern Europe somewhere, I think it was Czech, and he's like 5'6" or something, and he's a big guy, and he can go after Mainu. So that's what worries me now. I think it's up to Ten Hag to protect him, because he will be the gem going forward the 10 next year if we develop him correctly. How do you see developing Mainu, Boumbaye or Nuruddin?
Boumbaye.
Well, I think we've found ourselves a player that is going to be, he's the future of this team. He's going to be the one that hurts teams. He's going to be the one that, he's the missing piece of the puzzle. We didn't get what we wanted, but what we've unearthed there is a guy that is so mature in the way that he plays the game, but he can control a game. He can't do it perfectly yet, but he's got the ability to affect the tempo of a match. He really has. And I think that is where he's going to hurt teams. It will start with him. I see him a little bit. I mean, he can do a bit of everything. I've not seen as much of him as an 8 yet. I see him play, from what I've seen. He reads very well. He picks up very well. It's all there. Everything that I would like to see is there. And I just look forward to watching this young man play. So I think he's a marvelous player. And so far he's passed every test. Going to Anfield, man, and playing like that is big. It's not going to get more difficult than Anfield. And I think the way he plays, he gets rid of that ball nice and early, doesn't hold on to it. I think the first couple of games he had to adjust to the pace. He's made some of those adjustments, I feel, in the subsequent games that came after. But he's not a player that is going to allow you to get too close to him, because he doesn't hang on and mess around too much. Everything is efficient work. Ball is there, ball is gone. So yeah, I would start him. Bruno will come back into it, and why not let him get back in, and then you can take your pick from Amrabat or Scott McTominay. I think the back four is pretty much done. Evans and Varane. Luke Shaw will definitely be at left back with Wan-Bissaka coming in. And then you go with Anthony Højlund, and I go with Rashford. I want Garnacho to relax a little bit. It's getting to the point with Garnacho now where he's seeing his name up in lights. He's not getting his head up anymore. He's still developing. I think he's quite lightweight. at the moment, but he's courageous. He doesn't stop, and he's making he's doing what Rashford's been doing, basically. I want you to get your head up a little bit more. It's always I'm cutting in. He's not using the overlap as much as I'd like him to use it. And Luke Shaw, I can see, is getting frustrated sometimes with him. But because he's young, nobody's going to say anything, which is fair. But I want him to sit this one out and come on as an impact player for us. I want Rashford to start this one. In my opinion, I think they played midweek, man. They're going to have a bit of mileage on the legs going away to their ground, I know. But I look at them. They live on Kudus, Muhammad Kudus, who's who's all right. He's not amazing. He's good. He's all right. And Bowen, I like. He's what I'd call an honest player. He's not amazing, but he's non-stop.
Is he better than what we've got? Is he better than the shit that we have? How dare you, as a Manchester United fan this season, talk about other players and go, he's good, but he's okay. Bowen, I'll take Bowen.
Yeah.
I'll take Kudus. I'll take Paqueta. I'll bite your fucking hand off.
I'd take them as well.
I will bite your fucking hand off.
I'd take them.
I would bite your hand off.
I would, bro. They'd get into our team. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Kudus will walk into that team. Paqueta will walk into that team. Bowen will walk into that team. Because you know what? They've scored goals this season.
They have.
And Paqueta's created goals. So I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, they're okay.
I'm talking.
They're amazing where I'm sitting. They're fucking amazing where I'm sitting. And the drops that I've had to watch.
What I'm saying, bro, is as players, players, levels of players. They're good players. They're not great players. Bowen is a very, very hard-working, industrious guy. He will chase every ball. He's got a real good enthusiasm for the game. He will give you, he'll harass you, and it pays off. He makes his own look, that guy, because he works his ass off. Kudus is an important outlet for them. But again, it's not a fabulous player. It's a good player, but you can shut him down. They live on them. They tend to sit a little bit deep and then they try to break. So they might invite us on, which is the right thing to do, because as soon as we get dispossessed, they're going to be looking from the midfield to fire it into Kudus, who will, take that ball, or Bowen, wait for people to get up there. They're good at that. Or they're quite direct. So I think tomorrow we can win this game, me personally. West Ham are flip-flopping a little bit for me at the moment recently. They got thumped 5-0 by Fulham. Then they won 3-0. Then they got popped 5-1. So they're one of those teams, you look, you think, oh, wow, it's going well. And then kaput, it dies a death. A little bit like us, but we're worse than them in terms of consistency. But I think tomorrow we can win this game, man. We can.
Yeah.
But we need to score. That's the only problem. We need a goal from somewhere. Where's it coming from at the moment? Anthony, Højlund, Rashford. Geez, it's tough, man.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
tough.
only issue. Yeah,
it's tough. That's our biggest problem at the moment. Now we have played 3 games in a row. We haven't scored. We haven't even created a chance. So for me, I think that's the thing we gotta develop at the moment. I've been looking at some tactical tweaks that Ten Hag can do, but basically, I think it's about not letting Højlund do all the dirty work, dropping down. He needs to push the line, push up forward, and create space for the midfield to set him up. It's getting very compromised and compressed in the midfield. I just want to address a comment from Hector Rico. He said he disagreed with me when it comes to playing Mainu. He said if you're old enough, you play. Mbappe played, Jude played, Haaland played, Sancho played, Messi played, Gavi, Pedri. So yeah, that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin when it comes to youngsters, I can mention Renato Sanchez, Bojan Kirgic, Januzaj, Pato, Wilshere, Pogba, even Rashford now shows signs of being burned out at a young age because he played too much being too young, and they start to pick up injuries they never get rid. So for me, I think it's more important to protect Mainu this season. I don't care if he come in 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. We can have Mainu for 10 years if we develop his talent correctly. So we gotta see long term, not the short term gain. So that's just my view on it. Do you see it the same way, or do you think we should just play him?
I think you have to trust the manager. There was every player is different. I mean, Wayne Rooney comes out. You play him every week. He's ready. He's got that physique. The mentality is there. Not only was he playing club football, Jarvis, he was unbelievable at international level at 18. You remember
Wayne
the
Rooney?
tournament? Yeah, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, but you remember how Ferguson did it. Ferguson, he was really good on protecting the young guys. Even with Beckham and Giggs and stuff and kids like that. He played them one game on the bench often because he rotated a lot. And I think he did the same with Rooney. He didn't play Rooney every week. We had a bigger squad at that time. But this is what worries me at the current state, because we don't have the depth in squad. So let's say who is going to replace Mainu if we bench him? So basically,
Kobe Jarvis has not played a lot. Where 18, what's this? This is the 15th, 16th week of the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not played a lot. You can play him a few games, and then maybe sit him out once you've got some of the big hitters back. I don't see an issue. I think every player, young player, are different. We have to trust that Ten Hag knows what he's doing. I remember Foden,
Mm-hmm.
they were holding him back and holding him back and holding him back, but they've got it right. Pep said, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He's going to play. He's going to be the future, but he's not. I don't want to just throw him in there yet. So there was a year and a half of, holding onto his shirt. Then he let him go. So, Cobb.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned what's his
Phil
name again?
Foden.
Phil Foden, because he have a similar technique as Mainu, because they both are extremely technical. And when I mean technical, people, when I talk about techniques, it's not the same. That a lot of people think that the good technique is like good dribbling and stuff like that. Good technique is like doing simple things super simple. If McTominay receives the ball, he will use one touch to receive it. He will use his other foot to break it to the left, and then his foot again to drive it forward. When Mainu receives the ball, he takes a step back, receive the ball with his foot, and drives it with one touch. That's fantastic technique, and you can see Phil Foden do the same thing. It's small details. And that's why he always have good time. He looks composed because he's doing things simple, playing simple football with fantastic technique.
I mean, man, look, when you look at somebody like Phil Foden, Mason Greenwood, I will, Kobe Minu looks like he's one of those, but I don't want to go too early with him, but he looks like he's one of those. The first touch is so vital in the game, man. The first touch sets you up to do anything that you're about to do. Some players, they have soft feet. Some players, man, they just stroke the ball. They almost push the ball in front of them. Phil Foden is, for me, man, an absolute superstar of a player, an
Yeah, he's
absolute
silky.
beautiful player to watch. He's weight of pass, technique, understanding of the game. He just ghosts past players. The imagination, the way he sees the game is unique. I don't think you can teach that. You can't teach what Greenwood has and these kind of players. They're special players. I've played with players like that. And you look at them, and you envy it. You can't teach that. It's just the way their body moves. The balance as well is so just natural. They're never off balance, these types of players. So look, I think Kobe Mainu, man, I can only tell, I have to trust the manager with this, but the manager spoke about Kobe Mainu. I don't know if you saw the post-Liverpool interview, everyone in the comments, you guys. He said, "This is the player that is gonna hurt the opposition for us." That's how he described him. That's where I got that from, what I just said to you. And I was thinking about it. He's right. He's right. Everything starts from there, man. That deep role there. That's where you open the door, and now we can move. He's a player that allows you to breathe when it's tight. He's a player that keeps the ball ticking over. He's a player that, with confidence, and as he grows in stature, he will start to make the kind of passes that are usually made by somebody that is in the dressing room. You say to him, "It's on you today." Kobe Minu at the moment, I don't think Ten Hag is saying to him, "Cobb, today you have to be this or you have to do that." He's still saying to him, "Look, this is your job. Go out and do what you do. I'm not going to eat your dinner if it doesn't happen." It's very different. I think you see a lot of great players come in, Jarvis, guys. You're thinking, "Wow, what a player!" Yeah, he is a wonderful player, but he's still a player that you're saying to him, "Go and enjoy it. You're still learning." When you all of a sudden he walks into the dressing room one day and say, "Listen, I need a goal today. I need a clean sheet today," and you're an integral part of that, and you give him that type of responsibility, now he goes onto the pitch, it's different. You're not. It's like when you start a job. It's okay, you made a mistake. He's new, but you can't play that "I'm new" card forever. At a certain point, you're gonna have to be somebody we can depend on. And when that happens, that's called pressure. And Manchester United, that pressure will be there every single week because we're Manchester United. And that's when you start to be able to see, yes, he is gonna make it, or it's not quite there. And this is the difference, I think, with young players. We look from afar and we can recognize talent, but talent takes you only so much. Then it's the mental aspect that comes in. Can you keep, your bearings now when you are the man? You have to be the man. It's not anymore, "Yeah, it's okay, no problem. You're not young, enjoy," sort of thing. Garnacho is starting to come out of that a little bit for me. And this is why I'm saying to you, no, I want to sit him out now. I've not been very happy recently with Garnacho. I'm seeing Rashford all over again at the moment. So put Rashford in. Put Rashford back and let him come on and make an impact.
No, fair enough. I agree with that. Yeah, big up. Listen, the team we're going to be facing tomorrow is this. I'm gonna read it to you. I've got the team here. I've got the West Ham team here. This is possibly what they're going to line up with, and they look more balanced than Manchester United. So if they're playing at home, I think most likely this might be too attacking, but they'll play. They'll play Areola in goal, Emerson left back, Ogard, Zuma, Kufal. Midfield, they'll play Alvarez, who's been brilliant for them, by the way.
Dino, before you continue, bro, I think Norgard has got a little bit of a problem. You might not see him tomorrow.
Okay.
Doesn't he play for Brighton?
No,
Norgard.
you mean Ogard? Agard.
Yeah.
That our Moroccan brother. Yeah, Agard. Our Moroccan player, the Moroccan player, centre half. He was ill apparently, but he might be back to tomorrow. He could be back for tomorrow. He was ill. So, and then they've got in midfield ROS Suchek, and then they've got in front of that, in just on the tip of that, they've got Ward-Prowse. Usually on the left hand side is Paqueta, on the right hand side is Kudus, and up front is Bowen. Now, their front four are dangerous. Their front four are very, very dangerous. Big up to Jarvis, but their front four is very dangerous. And
this is the predicted team from footmob.com. Basically, it's a team that you told Kufal, Agard, Zuma, Alvarez. He's good. He's a DM, really good. I like him. And Kudus, he's the danger man, and Bowen for me.
Yeah, what they tend to do, Jarvis, is they tend to leave Bowen right up the pitch. What happens then? Paqueta really comes in just behind where Souček is. He operates more in that hole, the bit of the hole just behind where Souček is. That's where he operates in, because they all camp in. They leave sometimes Kudus up the pitch as well. So Kudus and Bowen up the pitch. So sometimes they play that way. They play like the 5 and the 2 up the pitch. Ward-Prowse sits in, you know what I mean? And with the fullback. So Ward-Prowse, Souček. So they'll play 3 and then the 2 up front. That's what I meant, the 3. So those 3 will be there. And Paqueta will boon in, Ward-Prowse will drop in. Alvarez, Souček, they would all drop in and leave just Bowen and Kudus on the transition up the park. That's what they will do. When they try to attack, what they usually do is Kufal and Emerson. Both of these actually go gung-ho. What they don't expect is all the time, really, is Paqueta and Kudus to come back and track back. They leave them. But what Alvarez does, and he does it fantastically well, wherever the ball, what side is on, he's there to help out and protect Kufal, or sometimes protect Emerson. And at times, what they do is they let them both go. So both Kufal and Emerson go beyond halfway line, and then they just have 3 in a rest defense. They have Ogard, Zuma, and Alvarez.
I think set pieces tomorrow is going to be something, you know. You got Ward-Prowse, you got Souček, you got Zuma in there.
The UK. Yeah, he's the best in the UK. He's not just direct free kicks, but it's also deliveries are incredible. So he's a bit more attack minded. So the only thing is tomorrow is that if we can get some player on the other side of Alvarez, because Souček and Ward-Prowse are a bit attack minded. They're too attack minded. So they would always go forward. If we can isolate Alvarez and get to the back of him, we can have a go at their defense. But I don't see that working because he gave the players a day off, a couple of days off. So I don't think anything's been worked on. I think we'll go there. We'll be unprepared. The fans will be up for it. They'll be forever blowing bubbles. And they will be there. And I think if they score first, Manchester United are getting spanking.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. Manchester United are going to get beat.
I mean, conceding first is always difficult for Manchester United because you don't score goals. And then, you know, if a team gives you the ball, you still can't do much with it. So that change, that kills us.
That's not even just that. West Ham are brilliant. When they go 1-0 up, they're brilliant. They literally play low block.
Down. Yeah.
They literally get into a defensive shape and they play with 3 players. They'll win the ball back in that hole in the middle, and they will just counter you with 2 guys who are willing runners. Kudus is a willing runner. Bowen is a willing runner. So,
look, do you boys think? I think whatever happens, West Ham do work really hard.
Yeah,
all the way from they all really work, hard workers, man. So if we're at their ground, if this is a game that the guys want to be counted, they've got to do what they did at Liverpool, man. Have to put a shift in. The basics, you've got to put a shift in. And Ten Hag speaks about this often. You've got to start like that every week, guys. We can't start slow. They'll come out fast, I think, but you can't start slow, and you can't be losing all the second balls. You've got to let them know that you're there, and you've got to work hard. It will be a difficult game, West Ham. Every game is hard for us right now. Can we win these games? Yeah, of course we can win these games. But they're not just going to give you the games, man. You have to earn these 3 points. And by earn it, we're not going to outplay teams. You're going to have to work for it. And you're going to have to take a chance when it comes. Right now, everybody's not scoring. We need to start scoring goals. But before that, if you're not going to win it, then draw it. Earn a point. But if they don't turn up and do that Liverpool, then it could be a difficult day. And like Structure was saying, the danger with us is you concede first, man. It's difficult to see how we're getting back in the game. and we don't break teams down, man.
People,
We
smash a
break-
like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, man.
Yeah.
Come on, we're 100 or something, 30 away from 9,000. That's the least you can do. You're getting a bit of analytical here.
Excuse me.
We're a bit tactical. We all turn into a tactical here, people. We're going to tell you how Manchester United can win this game. We've said to you what they're going to do. West Ham, you're going to say where they're going to hurt us with what players. So come on, smash a like on the video. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Is Jav, how good
Yeah.
do you think Amrabat is in the air? I know Scott is good in the air,
No,
especially
it's not.
with those corners. You know, I think tomorrow with Ward-Prowse, that's a danger. We can see the lot of corners, and I can see that happening tomorrow when they're breaking. You know, they're gonna get a few corners, and Maguire's not there. You got Evans, you got Varane. Luke Shaw's not the best in the air. Wan-Bissaka, you know, he's all right, but I look at Scott and think, yeah, that's probably the three. That's maybe why Scott gets the nod, because you know, they do well from set pieces because of Ward-Prowse. They're really, you know, he's got
I agree. That's a good observation, Boumbaye. You know, Scott McTominay will definitely play tomorrow because of the aerial threats and the set piece from Ward-Prowse. Amrabat, that's one of his biggest weaknesses. That's the aerial play. He's not a big player, and he's not very good in combating in aerial duels and jumping high. So for him, I don't think it's the right game. The only thing I can see Amrabat playing is if Mainu starts on the bench. My worry tomorrow is our left side with Garnacho and Luke Shaw, because McTominay, as you see, he will play as the left midfielder. But we know he can't keep his position. He have no spatial awareness. He doesn't understand his role. He would like to wander off playing as a number 8/number 10. So when West Ham will attack us with Kudos, Kufal and Alvarez, we will struggle, because they will try to create triangles around Luke Shaw and get across and Soucek and Paqueta and Bowen will come in the box. So that will be probably our biggest weakness tomorrow. I hope that Luke Shaw is up for it. He needs to have his recovery runs up, you know, because we will expect him to attack. But when he lose the ball or we lose the ball, he got to run as fast as he can back home. He's looked a little bit slow since he come back from the injury, I think. So I'm not very confident in Luke Shaw's defensive abilities at the moment, but maybe he has one of his days. But that will be the game tomorrow, I believe, our left side defensively.
I think if Rashford is going to start, it can't be that Rashford that's not going to help them out tomorrow. It can't be that, because Garnacho, at the very least, him and Anthony, I have to say, have been putting in really good shifts in that respect. But if Rashford's going to play tomorrow, he has to be told in no uncertain terms, you have to work for us today, otherwise you're coming off. It's that simple.
But what the problem with Garnacho, you know, he works hard, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to press his man, because he times his run. He should run in a bow, in a way, when he goes against the player, but he runs directly at him. So his press play isn't very good in a way, and that's a little bit of a problem, you know. He needs to learn how to bend his press run. You see Anthony, he does that perfectly all the time. So you know, he's young. He needs to develop that part of his game, and it will come, of course. But when you have a 26-year-old Rashford instead, he doesn't know to do it either. So I agree. I will have my hopes in Garnacho that he at least will develop and learn. Yeah.
I heard some shit about Sancho. What's going on?
Listen, it was an article. Everybody started working because an article by Sky said that they were going to terminate his contract.
Yeah, right. Just
without paying him 40 million.
Paying him what?
It would cost about 40 million. But anyway, guys, I'll quickly go around. I think we've got to limit their set pieces. I will not play Scott McTominay tomorrow. I will play Amrabat and Menu. And I would play better rep. That would give us a better rest defense. I think we have to play very congested, similar the way we played against Liverpool at times tomorrow. I think we have to respect West Ham. We have to respect Kudus. We have to respect Bowen. We have to respect Boqueta. These guys could walk into that Manchester United team this season. All three of them could walk into that team. So I would give them the respect that they deserve. I wouldn't really be bothered too much about the possession because we're going to play into their hands and they're going to set up the traps for us. I would play on Zuma, me personally. He sometimes mistimes in terms of the way he pushes down the line when they try to keep people offside. He can go to sleep a little bit in terms of positioning. And I would just make sure that I would bombard the goalkeeper and make shots, and I would get Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw to deliver balls into that box tomorrow. Rein them in. Push the fullbacks back. Don't concede it in that sense. So that's what I would do. But I think we're going to get beat. I think it could be 3-1 or 2-1 to West Ham. Jarvis, what do you think the score is going to be?
Yeah, I think we need to go against Zoom. I think you're right, and he's not a cat person, and you don't like cats, so as you do, Nuruddin. If you remember, if you know, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, the score tomorrow, I think it will be a tight game, 0-0 or 1-0 to either team, but my heart says 1-0 United.
Your head?
0-0.
Oh, God. Mumbai, quickly.
Just go. It's Christmas, so we'll go with a 2-1 United.
Okay, I don't know where that's going to come from, but
God knows where we're going to get 2 goals from.
I'm being generous to think Manchester United can come up with 1 goal in 90-something minutes.
What's if we were to do a quick report, Hoyland, up to this point, what would the report look like?
The report will look like he's there. Manchester United to create 1 chance for him in 100 something minutes of a football game.
Tell you what I think. I looked at this player when he came in, and I looked at him at Atalanta. He's not a pure goal scorer, not yet. That will come. He's better. He feels to me like he's playing with some anxiety. Everything is a little bit more scruffy, and I know he's not a scruffy player. When he receives the ball, his work is a bit scruffy.
Manchester United have turned him into a WWE wrestler. WrestleMania! That's what they turned him into. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. We hoof the ball to him and we go, battle for it, lad. We're all behind the ball. We're battle for it, lad. That's what we do.
Here's what we've been doing to him, and I do feel really sorry for him. But I know that he's better than what I'm seeing with the ball at feet. I think he's playing now. He's getting desperate for a Premier League goal. I think it's showing in the way that he's playing. I just say to him, look, just relax. Use that.
Relax.
Use your touch.
You want him to relax,
bro. If you notice Hoyland,
why do you want him to relax? When he came, the ball in the box.
He's neat. Just listen to what I'm saying. I understand.
No, I'm sorry, Bumbaye. You've not been watching. You look like you're talking like somebody who's not watched the games. He hardly ever sees the ball in the fucking box.
I know. When he does see the ball, the runs are there. The desire to get the goal is there. We're not finding him sometimes. We're being a bit selfish. But when he is seeing the ball,
selfish?
In the 20th, no, I'm saying our guys are being selfish when we have the chance to find him. We're cutting inside, we're having stupid shots. He's making the runs. I can see, look, when Martial plays, there's a space that is not occupied that should be. He's there. There's been 3-4 times this season, the ball's flashed across, he's just missed it. So he is getting there. I just think the guy's so desperate for a goal, it's starting to show in his play. It's a bit scruffy, but I know he's not a scruffy player. He hustles, so it looks like, but when the ball's at feet, he's snatching. I'd just say to him, he's doing all right. Just need to relax a little bit. Bring others into the game. When you receive the ball, you are a good player. You're not Lukaku, got feet made of wood. He's not that player. I've seen it, man. He's got good feet, but it's a little bit scruffy, and I think he's getting desperate for a goal. Eric needs to tell him, look, you're better than
Listen,
this.
I respect your opinion, but
Just relax.
How is he supposed to develop his game?
Sorry?
You know, how will he be? How will he improve and be better under the current conditions?
He can't be.
I'm telling you,
that's the biggest problem. So we will ruin him as a striker. The pressure
bro,
will mount up. He won't score any goals. People will get sick of him. He will get abused. He will lose his confidence. He will stop fighting, and then it's over.
Bro, if I'm Eric Ten Hag, this is what I'd be saying to him. This is the advice I'd be giving him. I'd be telling him, look, you need to just relax. You're snatching. You know, you get a hard on every time you see sight of goal. And I know why you don't see sight of goal often. Pick your spot. Keep the composure. Relax. I remember Jermaine Defoe talking about this, and Ian Wright helped him. He said to him, look, you've got to keep your temperament there. Stay ice cold when you see that chance in front of goal. This is when you know. Do you know what I mean? So Højlund now he's suffering because we're not helping him. He is isolated. But when he is going to get his chance, he's going to be on he's going to be on his own up there with that chance.
Yeah, but you saw it against Liverpool. He had one big chance.
One big chance. Yeah. All due respect.
He just lashed it.
All due respect. He's not suffering from a loss of confidence. He's suffering from a lack of opportunities in the box. Manchester United as a football team, with Bruno, with Rashford, or Garnacho, or Anthony, with all of these, we don't keep the ball up the pitch. We don't rotate it. We don't dominate possession with your boy Scott McTominay because he fucking loses it 9 out of 10 times in crucial areas. He doesn't know how to win it back and recycle. So Bruno is exactly the same. They're indisciplined. I expect to see Bruno tomorrow to be indisciplined, not holding anything, jumping out into spaces, which will play into the hands of West Ham. So I'm sorry, you were talking about Jermaine Defoe that was missing sitter after sitter after sitter. Now, I understand the point that you're making. So if Rasmus was missing 3 or 4 sitters in a game, then I would be thinking, yeah, you know what, 100%. You need to relax, you need to calm down, you need to breathe, you need to just, you know what, pass it into the corners, all of the different things. What Ian Wright, the knowledge that, but you don't. We average 1 chance in 100 minutes of football almost. And that is disrespectful. That's disturbing for a 20-year-old who's still learning his trade. Big up CME, as I said, West Ham win, Saeed Meltdown, Arsenal win 3-1.
Forget to see a meltdown.
Liverpool will win that game. Liverpool will win that game.
Højlund has potential, but we're placing him under much pressure and 100% Google. So of course we are. And Java says we're going to ruin him. But listen, I want to move on to a couple of these things. So the Vanity Project was supposed to be tonight or today. Now it's tomorrow. It might be now next week or next month. But apparently the Vanity Project is starting. We talked about Murto madness. And I told you all, you heard it here first. Another thing I told you all about, Murto was not there to do anything serious. He was there as a pretense, as a cover for the Glazer downfall and destruction of Manchester United. So for me, I never expected anything from Murto. And he was just there. Him and Richard Arnold are just there to be used. But let's
Did you read the article?
The vanity.
Did you read the article?
Jarvis, but I didn't need to read the article, Jarvis, to know what was going on at the football club.
Yeah, but it's good to get it confirmed. We have talked about this for so long. You know how and the article said that Murto was basically just a some type of administrator of how to do the transfers, but he didn't have any inputs on what to do.
Of course, he doesn't.
He did the paperwork.
Of course, that's all he wants to do because Joe Glazer is running things.
Yeah,
Jarvis.
It's
He's just an administrator like Matt Judge was. Administrated.
Did any of you boys
doing the agents? But I just want to move on to this, the most important thing, because quickly, we've got 10 minutes left of the show. So I want to concentrate on the Super League. Big up. So the Glazers are staying. We know the reason why the Glazers are staying, because the Super League, this week, if you've not already known people, this week, European High Court has basically said that it's against competition rules for UEFA and FIFA to come out and ban the Super League.
Can't have a monopoly.
Yeah, it's crazy, which is really ridiculous because it's not a monopoly. Football does not work like that. It's not a monopoly. It's not like somebody owning TV shows, TV stations or radio stations and stuff like that. Football needs to have a governing body. Football is at the best it has of it. I think the money that UEFA make and the FIFA make needs to be fairly distributed to all of the countries in the world who want to play football 100%. Excuse me. After that lovely soup, big up Jan, my next door neighbor, for a lovely soup. The best soup ever she makes. She gave me a bowl. I had to eat it. I had to do it justice because it was hot, boiling, beautiful. I'll say it simple. So basically, what the Super League is, it is the what's the word? Would I say? It's what is done to the what's the name they refer to these teams in American football? What did it refer to them as? Franchise. All right, this is it. The franchise
organization.
That's it. Franchise. I don't even know if the word exists, but I'm making it up as we go along here, people. Franchisation of European football as we know it. That's what the Super League is. Super League is then will be taken. These games will be played in Mumbai, played in Sao Paulo. It'll be played in New York. Games will be played
it's not
Australia.
our game anymore. Football's done there.
Yeah. So this is what they want, and they also want to turn the games into smaller games. So we might have like half an hour, then a break. They might split it up, so have two, not just one half time, but 3 halves, because they would want more advertisers. That's how they make their money. The biggest thing what Americans would always never wanted to get involved in European football is because majority of sport in America, you always go after the break. The NBA, three of the most popular are baseball, American football, and basketball. All 3 of them are games that are sports that can take for a quiet bit of a time, and there's always a break. That's how they make their money. That is how they make their money, through TV revenue, advertising revenue. And they were always like, this game, 90 minutes, no cut off, maybe one half already. We don't know about that. Look at what they do to the Super Bowl. The halftime show, people look forward to the halftime show more than they look forward to anything. And in that, the most expensive adverts in sport history, in American sport history, is the Super Bowl adverts. And so many corporations will spend millions and hundreds of millions for that, to get the adverts during the Super Bowl performance, a halftime show. So you know what it is. So for me, this is not just it's about Europe saying no to the Yanks. Fuck off with your franchises. Fuck off with your fucking turning the game into like 30 minutes each, three 30 minutes, and having a break each time. Fuck you and fuck your franchises. We're going to keep European football where it is. But you've got a couple of traitors. You've got Real Madrid, you've got Barcelona, you've got Juventus, who are basically jealous of the Premier League amount of money the Premier League's making. And you already seen the new TV rights, record-breaking TV rights, and that's what they're afraid of. That is what they're scared from. So this is where we're at as a people. This is what it's come to. And anybody who's supporting that, for me, is supporting a league that's just there about money, and it's about franchise. That is all that is. So for me, no thank you. I'll be following whatever league that I'll pick a team, and I'll be following whatever league. I will no longer be supporting Manchester United. If Manchester United, I'm out my words. You heard it here first. If Manchester United go and get involved in a Super League, I will not be following Manchester United anymore, because that's not football. That's a franchise. This is the reason why the Glazers have stayed. Bombay, you want to chop in quickly? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I like the fact that that Europe is not America. With all due respect to everybody in America, it's not my type of thing. It's not a place that I've ever fancied visiting. Maybe Alaska, places like that, to see a few sites, but it doesn't interest me as a place. And 15 years ago, when we started in this country to become Americanized, for me, that road leads only to shit places. It really does. whether it's commerce and now in sports, it's all a reflection, and you're seeing it. You know, you're watching a game. Sometimes you have to stream during the game. The screen goes half screen. You get an advert.
Mhm.
You know, I just don't like that Americanism. The Americanization of Europe is horrible. I'm sorry, I don't like it personally. Uh, I like the fact that Europe is the way it is. And many Americans like to visit Europe to get away from that usually. But you're seeing cities just transform, you know, into all these franchises, man. Now it's Taco
Mm.
Bell. That's the newest one that we've got here now. You know, just I don't know what to say. I just don't like it. For me, if that happens, I there's no point in watching football anymore. What's the point? You know, it's against my principle, man. It's against everything that I like about Man United, as bad as it is now. You know, you do a Super League. Where does that leave everybody else? What's the point in that? You know, look at Brighton, how much we're enjoying them. Look at how much we're enjoying Aston Villa. This is all going to be gone. I don't give a shit about watching PSG play United and Real Madrid, and but it's bullshit. The novelty of that game will wear off. The novelty of the Champions League will be dead and buried in the water when they play each other every week anyway.
And remember,
So
people,
you're gonna
Manchester United,
lose.
more than any other football clubs in the world, literally lost human life. Players representing this football club, people die
Yeah.
playing for
So
Manchester United in the Champions League.
yeah, for me, man, anything like that Super League, I'm 100% against it. The other way, and I'd just play football. I won't bother watching no more. There's no point. It's not football, like you say. Shit.
Jam Malmin, it's not final. Government chat shit. I've got breaking news. Malmin, the English clubs will never be part of a Super League. No, the government chat shit. Basically, Britain, we don't own our water. We don't own our trains. We don't own our majority of our national, and the things that necessitate the national structures that we need to run the country. We don't own them.
Don't
We
own
don't
our
own
rail.
Exactly. We don't own the water. We don't own the gas, electric. We don't own this.
Yeah.
It's all owned by other countries. So I'm sorry to say the government lies, bro.
I mean, look, with
buy
response,
that.
just to respond to
quickly.
Yala quickly. If you take money out of the
I need to
equation,
Jarvis, I'll come back to you.
it's not to make the game better, is it? If you take the money out, that's the only incentive here, money.
Listen, at the end of the day, and this is about the franchisation turning. Basically, they've even got ideas to turn football into like shorter games. Do it from the month away. But like I said, they want to split into 3 half an hours or maybe 4, you know what I mean, 25 minutes or whatever. However, they want to split it to get more adverts. So that's what they want. They want every kid in the world to be watching it on their phones. And they don't want any longer games. They want to change drastically the whole of football, the landscape of it, people. Jarvis, you've got the last.
The football. Just to speak about the Super League, it's about the globalization of the footballing. We won't have the English game anymore if the Super League is a fact. Basically, we won't have a Norwegian football league. We won't have anything left. It will be globally. And as you said, England doesn't, or Britain doesn't own anything. It's the same in Norway. Where I live in the northern part, we have a long coastline. We have the ocean. We have been living off of the sea up here for hundreds of years. There used to be a lot of villages, cities, people who took the fish when they come in, made it and distributed it to the rest of the world. Now they have huge boats out in the sea. They take the fish up, deep freeze it, send it to China, and then they pack it into small boxes like fish fingers and stuff, and send it back to Europe. So basically, it's only the fishermen who make the money, not the rest of the country. So in a way, it's how globalization works. You know, you don't distribute the resources where it is. You want to distribute it to the whole of the world, and this will be the same with football. You know, English teams, Spanish teams, Saudi teams, Brazilian teams. We will have teams from America. So yeah, it is what it is. But we can't do anything to stop it. We can protest as much as we like, but at the end of the day, the money will decide. And this is how we will. We didn't say anything when City and Chelsea and Roman Abramovich and everybody came in. We should have protested then, but now it's too late. It's gone too far. So that's my biggest worry.
And I think it will happen, and I think I would not be a Manchester United fan. I would pick a team in a new league, what would happen, and I will support them. I'm going to keep that channel alive, people. I will never. That means then the defeat Glazers are here forever. Their grandchildren will keep hold of this football club. That is where it is at, people. The American owners mess up football. Yeah, it's facts. But people, big up to everybody. I think we've talked about everything. We've talked about the Murto start of the show. You two missed it, guys, but we've discussed a little bit of it. I didn't need to see an article because I talked about it on here constantly about how he was just a shield. You know what I mean? Nothing but a too-big shield. And Joe Glazer was running the show. And it looks like in the next bit, Joe Glazer will still be running the show. And this 25% vanity project, we'll see what happens with it. But it is what it is. Love and light. I expect us to get smashed tomorrow. I expect us to get comfortably beat tomorrow. And that's nothing new because Scott McTominay will play and Bruno will play. And both of those will contribute to the defeat of Manchester United. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I'm seriously wrong. And both of them, one of them scores the equaliser. Both of them score. One of them gets the winner. And Manchester United, I was celebrating a 2-1 win for Manchester United. But I think not. I don't see the defence stopping Paqueta, Bowen and Kudus tomorrow. It'd be a miracle. Stop them from scoring at home. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Sancho, you all got clickbaited by Melissa from Sky Sports. She's absolutely hilarious. She got you all. It was so funny. So many YouTubers were doing a reaction to this, making it into a serious thing, Jarvis. It made me laugh. And then people were telling me, you need to go live. People were messaging me, you gotta go live. They've got to cancel Sancho's contract.
It's funny but sad that, you know.
It really tickled me. Jarvis. It really tickled me. But I was like, how?
His contract runs to 2026.
Listen, I know the Glazers are not willing to spend a 45 million for a player that they bought for 72 million. They're still paying his contract. They're not going to give him. And they're not going to give him, so they're going to spend 72 million on him and then still paying up his contract of 2016. Then, Jarvis, give him 40 million. So anyway, good luck to all those YouTubers who all jumped on and did the thing what they did. It made me laugh. It was one of the funny ones, honestly. Not many things have been to make me laugh recently. So that really tickled me, especially when people were DMing me, you know what I mean, leaving me voice messages saying, you need to go live, breaking news, which is hilariously funny. But anyway, yeah, Murto, we already knew about it. If you've been paying attention to this channel, we already told you about Murto and Arnold. Clowns. We already told you about that. The 25% vanity project, apparently it's happening today. Everybody's like, breaking news, going to be happening today. Now they're saying tomorrow. Now they're saying next week. We don't know when it will happen. But it's going to be a vanity regardless. Joe Glazer will still be on top of the pyramid. He'll still run things. He'll still pull the strings. So for me, I don't see anything of it. No. What else did we discuss? The Super League. Yeah, the Glazers have won if the Super League comes back. But FIFA and UEFA now, it's time to spend their big money on big lawyers to defeat the Super League once and for all. But I don't trust this government or any other government in Europe. Do I trust Bayern Munich when they say so? They're not going to join. I trust them. I trust Bayern Munich to say, "Now we're not joining no Super League." I do
trust United?
Bayern Munich to no.
I know.
I don't trust them. I don't trust any British government, and I don't trust Manchester United or Chelsea or City or Liverpool or Spurs or Arsenal. I don't trust any of these clowns. I don't. But it's been a pleasure, people. We've done one hour and 34 minutes. Go ahead, Jarvis. Last minute.
Yeah, I
from
just
Jarvis.
want to say,
Last minute.
me and Mick, we are doing a Christmas special now, 8 o'clock UK. So if people want to jump over to MUFC Realist TV, me and Mick will have callers in. You are free to call in if you have the time, nerd in and say hi. It's a Christmas special. We will go through the year. We will have a quiz. We will talk about the game tomorrow, and just chill and have a good time for an hour.
Big up. Go and check out Man UFC Realist TV. Big up Jarvis for jumping on an emergency one. Lovely light. Big up Mbaye. Alfie Kennedy says, would I support Bayern Munich? No, I will never support Bayern Munich. No. I will just stop supporting United and I'll pick a team for whatever new league that's formed, domestic league that's formed. And I hope that a team from Manchester is represented because I like to go to games. I hope that team comes from Manchester that will play in that English league and I'll go and support that. But big up to everybody. Love and light. Mumbai, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Jarvis, if you're available as well for match reaction. But it'll be somewhere in the evening. I'm going to see if I can watch maybe a half of the game. On the other half, I'll go to the protest. So it is what it is, people. Love and light. We're doing a protest against the BBC tomorrow. But the BBC have been complicit and the media are holding a genocide in Palestine. So we say it with our chest and we say it fully. He's just added it to their people. So you want to jump on now? Jump on Man UFC Realist TV. Go and check it out. And go and check out the Christmas show. The thing what we'll say is that Murto, we already knew about you. I didn't need to read an article. Melissa from Sky Sports, I knew you were a clickbaiter now, Sky. I didn't need you to tell me that you were going to, United were going to terminate Sancho's contract, which is a loads of pile. The maths wasn't mathsing. Super League, I always said that Super League's not fully dead yet, and that's why the Glazers have stayed. West Ham, I expect to get smashed tomorrow because that's our form. That's where we're at. We're in relegation form right now. We all predicted this. We lost to Bayern Munich. We got smashed by Bournemouth. We got dropped by Bournemouth. Lost to Bayern Munich. Bournemouth smashed us. Lost to Bayern Munich. And Liverpool, I don't know how they did not score. How did they not? They had they had 8 shots on goal. Exactly amount when they beat us 7-0. So it is what it is, people. And big up to the people who with a super chat saying says West Ham will win. Semiasi, I missed this one. Welbeck's better than Hoyland. Big up to you. Murto Madness. These fans are unsufferable. Big up to Ticket as well. And Ticket says American owners are messing up the football. 100%. Big up to everybody, and we say it with our chest, man. So please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are, like I said, 130 away from 9,000, and you all deserve that as a community. So go on, get people to subscribe to the channel. And for those people who are getting unsubscribed by YouTube, I apologize, but there's nothing I can do. We shadow ban us, we demonetize, and it's the way it is. We shout for Palestinian human rights and global human rights. That's what we do. We choose to see the humanity, and we will be protesting tomorrow. So I might have to come home, watch the game, and then be able to do a match reaction when I already know the result. So it is what it is tomorrow, people. Love and light. Big up to everybody. Win, lose, draw. Murta, I didn't need to read your article to know what you are, pal. Good luck. I hope you made enough innings and enough money from Manchester United. So good luck with that one. And 25% vanity project. Jim can fuck off. Fuck Zionism. Fuck genocide apologists. Fuck genocide encouragers. And fuck you if you're the Glazers with your Super League. And then it is franchise bullshit business. And win, lose, or draw. Glazers out, bankers out. That's what we always say. Free Palestine, free Palestine. From the river to the sea, free Palestine. Peace, love, light, always. Mumbai, catch you tomorrow for the match reaction. Jarvis, enjoy the show tonight.
Thanks.
Take care, people. Peace.
See you later.
Good night.